All right, and so the last thing I was talking about was pursuing grants for various district needs. So, being that we are a small district, our salary is not very appealing to a lot of people. And so, being able to provide housing options, because housing is difficult to find in this area, I believe is a need of our district if we can promote that. So, I would like to find grants to help support the district purchasing housing that we can offer to new employees and bring them in. We also do have a daycare that operates within our building, and I would like to be able to build them their own facility on our grounds, or again, access a house in the neighborhood to be able to allow them to operate in a bigger space. And then finding some grants to help those students that take the tech ed, because they do have to pay for some out of pocket expenses. Although the education piece is free, there are supplies and things. And when we do start requiring it for all students, it's not fair to ask them to cover that cost if they can't afford it. So as far as a summary goes of what my future role would look like, I would be a combined principal superintendent. I would work closely with the local board president. The two of us would sit down and set the board agendas. We would talk through different discussion matters and make sure that we're aligned with what we want to do to move forward. I would gain contacts with other superintendents, both around my area and also just throughout the state. They would help just kind of be that support system. We could help each other out and gain knowledge from each other on different school issues. I would also make contacts at the state level, because eventually that is my goal, is to make it to that place and be able to advocate for those small rural schools, Northwest Kansas and all over Kansas. But out here, that is a lot of what we have, and I just want to be the advocate for that. So how does this correlate to those professional learning objectives on operations and management? Well, I believe in this presentation, I demonstrated how I can use my knowledge and skills to manage district systems that support the success of every student and staff member. I did give specific examples in my work to show how I'd work with the 3 levels of government and promote education needs. And then the next question asked, what order would I place on the following systems and why? And so my options were management, communication, technology, and operation systems. So the first ranking, I put the operation systems that develop and improve data-informed and equitable school resource plans to apply laws, policies, and regulations. I believe this has to be first, because without this, you can't operate a school. I believe you've got to be in compliance with the state and federal laws in order to receive funding and be able to operate and support my district. So that would have to come first. Then I put communication second, because that is a key point that I am standing on as far as being a leader in my district. Is I believe that strong relationships help run the district, and the only way that we can effectively support student and staff needs is to have that open and frequent communication. Then third, I put management, because with successful management comes a seamless operation. If I manage the district well and I have support of others, then my stakeholders will also support those decisions. And it makes the job of myself and the Board of Education a lot easier as far as being able to follow through with things. And also going back to a lot of the articles that I read with the issues that school boards are facing now, I believe that we are lucky enough so far to not have to deal with a lot of those major issues. And so just that seamless operation between the school district, the superintendent, and the school board, I think helps prevent some of those issues arising at school board meetings. And then I put technology fourth, because even though it's necessary to do my job with all of the communications and the state reporting that I have to do, I have to have a process in place to make my district successful first, and then technology will kick in and help with everything else. So how is this assignment relevant to my current learning, and what has been supported, or what needs need to change as a result? So I believe it was relevant because I intend to add that superintendent piece to my position in the 24-25 school year. The articles and discussions supported my thoughts on why communication is so important, but can be easily overlooked. I can move forward knowing that I'm prepared to take on that additional role, and I now understand more of the responsibilities that come with it. How did this assignment improve your understanding of the 3 levels of government? Well, I believe I understood just the basic of what each level provided before this class. Most of what I have learned just helped define more on what my local school board roles are and how I, as the superintendent, fit into the system. So I understood the basics, but it kind of gave me more guidance on the local level, which I believe is really important. So reflection, looking forward, how will this assignment change the way you teach and learn? So it's going to change the way I communicate within my district and my local community. If I understand more of what my job is as superintendent, then I can lead my district to be with a more secure future, with the support of those around me by going out and gaining that community support that I'm looking for. We definitely want to keep our doors open, but the way that the education system is set up now, I feel like it promotes the closing of small schools and the consolidation into larger schools. And that's not really what we want at Brewster. We want to keep our doors open and keep that small class size down, student to teacher ratio down. And so just that communication piece and involving my community and gathering their support is the best way to be able to do that. So how will this assignment influence decisions I'll make as a future leader? Well, I believe that it influenced me to make sure that I work with my school board to set board and district goals and always continually work towards them and remind everyone of what they are. And then I will also pursue additional learning opportunities on things such as grant writing so that I can set my district apart on what offers we have, bring in quality staff, make Brewster a desirable place to work. And these are the references that I used for my assignment. Thank you.